there's something funny about me talking about a game that will never release as the first gaming topic I cover on this channel. So the channel was about movies, TV, gaming and wrestling. And this video, as you read on the freaking title, it's only about the two at the end. So I'm a big WWE fan. I've been my whole life, or not really my whole life, especially from 2004 when the big wrestling craze in Italy happened, and while a lot of kids moved on, I never did because I really like the art form and everything. And it always fascinated me, and as I grew old, I learned about the insane schedule the wrestlers do. I became more fascinated by that, and once I became mature, well, I'm not mature, but because I'm still a fucking idiot, but I grow older, it's always nice to have something where the performers that do wrestling actually love doing wrestling. They love making SmackDowns, making Raws, making Dynamites, also with AEW, or going to Japan and do that and perform in front of millions of thousands of people per night, millions of people every year, in front of billions of people on TV, despite, being very dangerous for them. Because it's dangerous for them. Obviously, being a WWE fan brought me to wrestling games. Pro wrestling games are one of the best genres in gaming. And of course, if we study history of wrestling games, at the beginning they sucked balls, so they tried different things, never worked. It's not until the 3D era, on PlayStation and then 64 where things picked up, and exploded during the PS2 era. The WWE series, whether it was SmackDown vs. Raw, the WrestleManias on GameCube and Days of Reckoning on GameCube, or WWE 2K now, became a household name in the gaming industry, arriving to the point to be compared to the FIFAs, to the Maddens, without having the same giant corporations behind, because okay, sure, WWE is a big corporation, but it's not comparable to the NFL or FIFA. And it really pissed me off this year. I didn't buy the game, WWE 2K20, because when you have YouTubers, you call in to do previews of the game, right? You have them play the game for you before. You have them play the game before everyone else, so they can go on their website or their YouTube channel, doing a video and talk about it, right? And everyone is saying it's not good. It means you really, really effed up. And the game came out, and obviously it was basically a running meme for a whole month because it was so full of bugs, full of crap. The game is unfinished. It's at best at 60%. At best, it's probably 40% done, that game. Now, with the updates, they fixed something, but it's still a broken game. So that's why I didn't even buy the WrestleMania offering. Not that I had to wait for that, because in November, after a month the game was out, it was already heavily discounted on the various, especially on PlayStation Store. If you don't know why the game is broken, last year WWE 2K19 came out from Hughes, the long-time WWE developer. Everything was fine, etc. 2K though, in the middle of 2K19's development, decided that some people from Visual Concept should take over for the next game. By fact, firing Hughes from developing further games in the series. They changed developer, which is fine, it's a fine choice. The thing is though, 18 months at best to give a developer the job of developing a game using assets, engines they never used. They didn't have time, and that's what happened. They released a completely broken game, which they couldn't cancel, I guess, because of contract reasonings. So 2 months after the game released, and if I remember correctly, the game released on October 24th, because I remember the awesome ads they did awesome ads for the game. There were already rumors coming out from this guy Justin, which by the way is the source for everything that I told you about. I link his channel down below, and basically this is a former writer for the Road to WrestleMania game mode in WWE SmackDown vs. Raw. I think they are from SmackDown vs. Raw, and some the early WWE 12 and 13, because after with the 14 they went with 2K, because 2K took over the publishing rights from THQ. which of course went bankrupt. And yeah, and he still obviously has some sources, and he talked about the game. I talked about why it was broken. So the change of developer and the little time to develop the new game, and for the developer to familiarize, to get used to the new engines, assets, etc. And he came out with this news. He also said that already in December, before this pandemic, before all this extraordinary unnatural situation for all of us. I mean, in Italy we're in extreme case, but everyone in the world is in the same boat right now. They're already talking about canceling the game for this year. And now Justin came out with another video saying it's almost a certain thing the game is not coming out, WWE 2K21. It's not happening. Which I guess it's a good thing, because it gives an extra year for the developers, for the people working on the game to get familiar with the product of WWE, and getting familiar with, again, assets and environments and everything, engine, which are key for making a game. There are two other news, one good and one bad. The bad news is WWE 2K22 will happen, but will not happen on next gen, so no Xbox Series X or PS5 version of the game, which pisses me off, because WWE games, it's one of the things that I look forward the most on next gen, because I don't know, because I am a big wrestling fan. That's obviously something that I look forward the most, and as I am a soccer fan, I look forward to FIFA games on next gen, because I want to see the innovation they bring and how much of cool new stuff they can pull off in their engine, in their environment, effects, gameplay, everything. Same goes again with WWE. Now, WWE 2K14, the first game from the WWE series to call WWE 2K, wasn't released on next gen, which at the time was PS4 and Xbox One. It was only released on PS3 and Xbox 360, which was kind of a bummer, mostly because it had the most complete roster ever in a WWE game at the time. And I think it still is. They had even Bruno Sammartino, and I didn't get to play as Bruno Sammartino despite being Italian. Bruno Sammartino is one of the biggest WWE champions of all time. I mean, this. People who love wrestling are watching this video anyway. All I'm saying is not the first, but it's just prolonging the absence of WWE on next gen, which is important. I mean, that part, it's probable, not yet official. Of course, nothing that I'm talking about in this video is official yet. But it's pretty safe WWE 2K21, especially in light of the world situation at the moment. It's gonna be cancelled. WWE 2K22 not releasing on next gen. It's a bummer if it happens, but there's still a gleam of hope. I think that the game will release, and if it will not release on next gen, WWE 2K23 will most likely release on next gen, almost certainly. The good news though is that there is a WWE game coming out, but it's not a mainline game. They are fun games generally. That means it's probably gonna be something like Legends of WrestleMania or All Stars. Both of them were arcade style games, which were really fun, but they weren't simulators. The reason why I did this video is because, again, as I said, I love WWE games, but in a visceral sense, because I played the PS2 games a lot, especially from SmackDown vs. Raw. I didn't play Here Comes the Pain. I wasn't into wrestling yet. I know it's bad. I remember playing WWE. I bought WWE SmackDown vs. Raw. And then we bought WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2006, which was the shit, because it had the general manager mode. At first I said, I don't want to play it. I was a little kid back then. But then I started it, and that's where my managerial game fixation came from. And now WWE 2K games, they have the universe mode, but it's not the same. And hopefully 2K, if you're watching this video, at least WWE 2K23, please let it have general manager mode. Please, like, we crave that back. It's an amazing mode. It's a lot of fun. Just bring it back. Come on. The other thing about these WWE games is that it's one of my fondest memories in college. Me and my roommates playing we were 4 people. We only played 2 games together. Diablo 3. Can't wait for Diablo 4. Probably gonna make a video once a proper gameplay trailer will come out. I got into Diablo with Diablo 3, by the way, so don't judge me for those people. Oh, you didn't play the Diablo. Yeah, okay, fine, I didn't play the real Diablo. Diablo 3 was great, we had a blast. Sue me for having a blast with my friends playing that game. And of course, WWE games. We spent hours playing ladder match, beating the shit out of each other. It was a blast, it was so fun, and that's another reason why it pains me to see the series that, again, it's a staple in the gaming industry, not that big again, but it's important. It's undeniably important, WWE games to be back to where they were before WWE 2K20. Please, stop fucking this series up, 2K. Stop it. If visual concept is not up to the task, which can happen, not every developer is perfect, not every developer is suitable to every genre, give it to someone else. If you don't want to, if you can't, please sell off the license or find a deal with WWE so that someone else can take over. Because having these game series at this stage really pains me and pisses me off. And I think I'm done for this rant today. I'm sorry that the first gaming video is a rant about this game series, which is really dear to me. But I felt I really needed to do this video after watching Justin's video. I link it down below, or I'll do a card, I don't know. Anyways, if you like this rant, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. My name is Luca Ripa, your favorite Italian filmmaker on YouTube, and I'll see you next time.